The NBA needs to be on lookout watch for this Phoenix Suns team. 3 wins in a row. They've won 7 of their last 10 games, and it's looking like they are starting to click. The Big Three has played in all 10 of those last few games, and like I said, they're starting to come together. They've won 7 out of 10. They're up to 4 games above 500. They have the best shooter in basketball surrounding the best scoring Big Three in basketball, and as a team, they are one of the better shooting teams. Number 2 in free throw percentage, number 9 in three-point percentage, number 10 in field goal percentage, with the 12th offensive rating. So top 10 in all 3 major shooting categories. That's pretty solid. They also have a secret weapon going forward that we will talk about at the end of this video. And it's pretty impressive, honestly, what Frank Vogel has done with such an offensive-minded team. He's got them with the number 15 opponents' points per game and number 16 in defensive rating, which, right in the middle of the pack, that's probably a little above where they should be, considering their best wing defender per 100 possessions is Keita Bates-Diop, who's only playing 15 minutes a game. Now, let's take a look at the offensive firepower. Kevin Durant is absolutely incredible. We just need to appreciate this man while we still have him. He's way into his 30s, averaging 29 points a game, 5.8 assists, 6.3 rebounds, 1.1 blocks per game, and that's not even the crazy part. The crazy part is he's shooting it over 50% from the field and 47% from 3. This is arguably his best statistical season this late into his career. 47% from 3 on 4 3-point attempts is absolute bonkers. He is unstoppable at 7 foot tall because you try to put your center on him, he goes right by him. You try to put a guard on him, he shoots right over him. He is the greatest weapon in maybe the history of basketball. And then Devin Booker, his sidekick, has turned into more of a combo guard than a straight-up scoring 2 guard. 26.2 points per game, 7.8 assists per game, and 4.8 rebounds as well as a steal. They needed him to play more of that combo guard role, get more assists per game, and he has risen to the challenge. 46% from the field, 37% from 3 on 5.4 attempts per game. And that's risen since last year. 36 minutes a game for D-Book. Looking at some of his improvements, he's gone up 2.3 assists per game, and he's gone up 2% from 3-point percentage. He's also got the number 2 offensive rating on the team per 100 possessions with a minimum of 500 minutes played. That might sound like a little bit of an ESPN stat right there, but still. And then you also have a guy like Grayson Allen surrounding this Big Three, which makes it even crazier because of his ability to shoot the 3 ball. Now, let's take a look at the third leg here with Bradley Beal, who's averaging 18 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists in 16 games played so far this year for the Phoenix Suns. Everybody knows he came over from the Washington Wizards in the offseason with that trade. Looking at his minutes looking at the games when he doesn't have a minutes restriction, his stats are really good. 22, 4, and 4 on 50, 40, 90 efficiency almost. Remember, back in 2021, he was the NBA scoring champ. 31 a game on 48% shooting from the field. That is similar to what like a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is doing right now, although Shai is on a different level, honestly. 32 a game on like 55% shooting is crazy. But Beal this year is shooting at 51% from the field and 40% from 3, which honestly is really good efficiency. He's been a great third option as a good third scorer, and I wouldn't be shocked if this Suns team gets hot right before the trade deadline. Maybe they even make another move for another wing defender. But before we continue on here, make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy today's video at any point. We're trying to hit 100 likes on every video from now on, so make sure to smash that like button. And with that being said, let's go ahead and continue on here, looking at the perfect piece alongside of this Big Three, and it's Grayson Allen, because I couldn't think of a more perfect guy in the NBA to surround these 3 superstars. He's arguably the best shooter in the NBA right now. 14 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, 2.9 assists per game for the Duke product. 50% from the field, but 48% from 3 on 6 attempts. Oh, he's almost shooting 50% from 3, guys. Do you know how crazy that is? You cannot leave this dude open. He has become the best sharpshooter in the league right now. Like, look at how deep that 3 is. That's Curry range, for sure. Now, I know he's just doing it off the catch and shoot, but he's so good. He's also doing a little bit off the dribble. When he gets hot, look out. He has the ability to completely take over games with his 3-point shooting. Now, Jusuf Nurkic is the perfect center for this Big Three. You see his numbers about 12 and 10 a night. 49% shooting from the field. Now, he is only shooting at 27% from 3 on 2 attempts, so maybe he needs to stop with the 3 balls, but apart from the 3 balls, he is the perfect center for this group. He's also averaging a steal and a block per game, and Frank Vogel has gotten the most out of this guy because he is number 1 in defensive rating per 100 possessions for this Suns squad. Nurkic was probably the perfect trade this offseason, sending out DeAndre Ayton and bringing him in. Now, let's take a look at the wings because they have a lot of them, starting with Eric Gordon, and then all 5 of these guys who we will get to eventually. Eric Gordon averaging 13 points per game this year, 2.4 rebounds, 2.1 assists, and 1 steal. Not a bad season for him as the leader of this group. He's shooting at about 45% from the field, 39% from 3 on 6.6 3-point attempts per game. So a solid year for him. Next up, Josh Okogie, who is the second leading scorer out of all these guys, 5.4 points per game, 2.8 rebounds, 1 steal in 19 minutes. He probably plays the most meaningful minutes of all of these guys. They also have Jordan Goodwin, who they brought over in the Bradley Beal trade. A very underrated piece of that, but he stuffs the stat sheet in his 15 minutes that he gets a night. Like we said earlier, Keita Bates-Diop is the highest rated defensive wing on this team, 4.7 points per game, 2.8 rebounds in 15 minutes. And then Yuta Watanabe, arguably the biggest disappointment of this Suns team, only shooting at 31% from 3 on 3 3-point attempts this year. That is not very good. Nasir Little, though, has been somewhat promising. He's only playing 15 minutes a game, and he's scoring 5 points, shooting at 50% from the field in a supporting role, obviously, for this Suns squad. So they have a lot of wings. Hopefully, some of them can start playing a little bit better. They also have the secret weapon, who I talked about earlier, Bol Bol, a former supposed cornerstone for the Orlando Magic organization. Now he's in Phoenix. He's not exactly lighting the world on fire. His efficiency is good, but he's only averaging 3.4 points and 2.3 rebounds in 7 minutes. Now, he has gotten some more PT as of late, and he has made some splashes, and his per 36 numbers look really, really good. Now, obviously, if he got 36 minutes a game, he would not be shooting at 74% from the field and 60% from 3. But still, he's the number 1 rated offensive and defensive player on this team per 100 possessions. Frank Vogel has to see this, right? Like, he has to get this guy some more minutes. He'd be the perfect guy for Kevin Durant to mentor. But now, looking at the outlook, last thing we're going to look at here, Phoenix sitting in that 8th seed. Utah is right on their heels. They finally lost again. But Utah and Los Angeles are right there. They got to catch Sacramento. Big game versus New Orleans tonight. If they win that, it's looking good. If they lose, I'll be pretty mad because then this video won't get that many views. Anyways, then they got Indiana, Chicago, Dallas, Indiana again, Orlando, and Miami. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button and hit that subscribe button down below if you did enjoy at any point. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.